That stubborn upper level low keeping things on the wet and stormy side out there on this Tuesday. And we're looking at one more day of it. A few more storms around. We'll be on the backside of that system Wednesday. Good news, warming up nicely with temperatures expected to be well into the 80s on Thursday. And of course, we're keeping an eye on that strong storm potential, which still appears to be during the later stages of Friday. Awfully stormy here in the Bluegrass mid-afternoon, but you notice less coverage. Do have some cells popping up western Boyle into parts of Washington County and also down in northern Wayne County. This area has not been worked over. We're in much better shape here in the Bluegrass, and down across southern Kentucky still have some activity ongoing. So the sun has actually come back out here in Lexington. Still a few lighter showers running from Frankfort to Cynthiana. This little cluster is north of Hyman, actually on the northwest side of town, and then stretching up into the southern part of Magoffin County. And right along the Hal Rogers Parkway, the heaviest batch, a lot of heavy rain, lightning, Hyden, and lighter rains through Manchester, but that cell just west of London, now beginning to intensify a bit. That flash flood warning, they still have it in place there around Barberville, probably will cancel it early. The issue is this stuff moving from south to north very slowly, so with enough moisture out there, locally heavy downpours. We've seen a few issues with some localized high water problems here. The center of circulation, unlike yesterday when it was across parts of northeastern Arkansas, it is essentially over Louisville Metro. So we've got a little bit more in the way of moisture. We had some sunshine earlier, and that allowed the coverage to be a little more and these storms to be a little more intense than they were yesterday. Still got some cloudiness in Mount Sterling and Montgomery County. We're at 63. And then taking you to Jackson County, where we've got at least a few storms off to your south, near McKee at 68. So temperatures obviously affected by where it has rained and where it has not. In fact, look at Monticello at 78 with a storm off to your northeast, 73 in Bardstown. But elsewhere, temperatures beginning to recover Lexington southward with the rain ending. And you see those dew points low to mid 60s. Felt muggy again today. That's going to continue to be the case. Most of the, I guess, eastern part of the country, east of the Mississippi River, dealing with this upper low in some form or fashion with scattered clouds and scattered showers and storms. It's finally going to begin to move off to the northeast. You can see it on the water vapor loop very nicely. It's just cut off from the flow of the jet stream, but it will get a kick from another area of low pressure coming out of the desert southwest. That'll be a key player in our weather later on in the week. Now, overnight, mainly dry, a few isolated showers possible, 60 in the morning, and then notice less coverage on the backside and a little bit warmer, upper 70s. But speaking of warmth, look what happens on Thursday when the warm front arcs through. Boy, it is going to really, really warm up. And some stronger storms possible back to the west. That could have an impact on how things play out for Friday. We're going to do the old squeeze play and just be in the perfect position for warmth, moisture, and some bigger storms. The bigger threat late Thursday off to our northeast with a low-end threat. And as we talked about yesterday, Storm Prediction Center with their extended severe weather outlook pushing things a little bit farther to the east. Right now, a lot of the data indicate we could see a strong line of thunderstorms in here on Friday evening. Of course, the timing could be better, but we'll keep an eye on it. Once the activity winds down this evening, just a stray shower overnight, mild, 60 in the morning, partly sunny, a few storms around tomorrow, 78 in the extended forecast here. Feeling like summer on Thursday and Friday. How about those mid-80s for afternoon highs? Now, good news for the weekend, even though you see the low-end chances, I think those will be scattered at best, and temperatures will feel pretty comfortable with highs in the upper 70s.